Hello, welcome to Savva Talks Spurs. I am Savva, of course, on a gloriously hot Monday afternoon. I hope you are all well. Just another chance for us to talk about our beloved Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. So first and foremost, welcome to anybody who is in the chat. Welcome to anybody who's about to come to the chat. Let's see how many of you we get in. Get any questions in. This is the chance for anybody to have questions and we can go through them. And of course, I will start by saying the opinions that I give are mine and mine only. I get a lot of people that message me immediately after shows saying, "Oh, Savva, it's okay. You can be wrong. You can be wrong at the end of the day. Savva, you're not always right." But listen, this is the beauty of football opinions. Of course, I'm going to always back my opinion the same way you guys do with me. So first and foremost, hello to all of you. What are we going to talk about today? We are going to talk about Bryan Gil. Bryan Gil made it to Korea for the training camp, or what some are calling the army boot camp, according to some of the posts Tottenham Hotspur have been putting out officially today about how Arteta. There's a fraudulent slip. According to how, so I've got a picture of Arteta in the corner of my Sky screen. Conte running the players into the ground. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the players that didn't make it to Korea. We'll talk about Ndombele. We'll talk about Giovanni Lo Celso. We'll talk about Serge Reguilon. What's happening with all of these players? Are they going? Are they going to get them away on loan? Someone going to buy them? Are they just going to kind of banished to our under-23s? So lots to talk about from that perspective. We've got friendlies coming up as well. The season starts in, I make it something like 26 days till the season starts. I will be there on game one. I hope you will be as well. I can see Jordan Ianson in the chat. Jordan, I think you're coming with me, game one. So any questions? Let's talk. But let's start. Give me your opinion, guys and girls, whoever is in the chat. Let's actually know before we do that, just wanted to give you a quick update that Henry and I have put together a new football show called Savva Wright Live Tonight. And yes, that's the only reason my name went first, is because it needed to rhyme with right. Not a lot rhymes with Savva. So we're doing a show every Wednesday evening at 10 p.m. called Savva Wright Live Tonight. What it will be for the next 3 or 4 weeks before the season starts, it's going to be taking a look ahead to every club in the Premier League, all of the transfers, all of the fixtures, taking a look forward to the Champions League fixtures that are going to be coming up. And then when the season starts, Wednesday nights, we would have had a full weekend of Premier League football. We would have had Tuesday Champions League, Wednesday Champions League. And we'll be going through all of that. So we are going to be calling that Savva Wright Live Tonight. That's not a Spurs show. It's a football show. Anyone is welcome who supports any team. And let's go from there. Ant is here and has said, thanks, Ant. He is going to start a rumour that Savva has pics of Arteta on his wall. Yes, I'm not going to pan the camera around, or you will see it. Let's start with the easy one. Let's start with Serge Reguilon. For me, I feel like Serge is a decent left back, decent left wing back. For me, not quite good enough for what we need. I wouldn't say he has any kind of standout attributes. He gets up and down the pitch well. He's got good pace. But I don't particularly think he's great on the ball. Every now and then you get a decent cross. For me, I can see why he's not wanted by Conte. And I suppose the only debate that seems to come up about this is, well, why is Serge Reguilon going to go and Ryan Sessegnon isn't? Now, first question I want to ask you lot, and put your notes in the chat. Who is better? Who would you keep? Now, let's for 1 minute park the English quota. Park it. That's not what we're talking about. We know it's there. So, who would you keep if nationality wasn't an issue here? Would you keep Serge Reguilon or Ryan Sessegnon? Please put your votes in the comments. I just want to have a quick roll call. For me, okay, somebody's put neither. Brilliant. Let's just assume that we're not going to buy another left wing back and we need to keep one of them to play with Ivan Perisic. So, Yes. So for me, I would keep Serge Reguilon. It's probably been well documented that I don't really rate Ryan Sessegnon at all. Sorry if that's harsh. I keep seeing that he's young. I keep seeing that there's a player in there, which many of you will know. I've got some real pet hates of football sayings. Generational is one of them. Yeah. There's a player in there is another one. Can't stand it. If there's a player in there, show it. Baller. Can't stand baller. Maybe I'm showing my age. Someone the other day said that I was old purely because I was called a boomer and didn't know what a boomer was. So I'll take that on the chin. Yes, I am the big 4-0 in 5 months. So, yeah. So anyway, let's get back to the football and not worry about what you lot are going to buy me for my birthday. I would keep Reguilon. I don't particularly think either are great. I don't think either of them are at the level that Tottenham Hotspur need. But I do believe that Reguilon has got more to his game than Sessegnon does. I don't particularly think that Sessegnon has a lot going on. Tell me what you think. Who would you keep? If not, put in the chat. We've got Perisic. Who would you buy? I see Kostic's name mentioned quite a lot, but I thought this window, a lot of clubs would be after Kostic, but it appears that it appears that not many have. I don't know whether, obviously, they've just won the Europa League. Is he happy there? Does he want to stay? They're now in the Champions League. So fair play to him. Any other left wing backs that you want to see? Thank you, P. Doobs, who has said, but Savva, there's a player in Cess. He's a generational baller. Superb. Absolutely brilliant. That is exactly what I want to be reading. I'm just going to message to let people know that I am live. So please hold that full. I am live. Come watch. There we go. Done. Danny Rose. Now, Danny Rose is training. As Jordan Ianson has just mentioned, Danny Rose is training with Tottenham. Surely no way back. Surely, I mean, I can't imagine seeing the sprinting they were doing this morning in training that Danny Rose has got that in him. But does anyone, and let us know your secrets, does anyone have that little inkling inside that Danny Rose might be playing for Spurs next year? I can't see it. Can you? Anyone who's saying Cess, you would keep Cess, because people let me know. Look, I don't rate him, so you're never going to change my mind. But I would love to know what you guys think. What is it about Sessegnon? Because I don't think he's very good defensively. I think he's poor going forward. I think he's weak. I think that I feel like that his positional sense isn't that great. But what do you think? Tell me what you guys think. Lots of comments coming in, so let's go through some of the comments. As always, please hit that like button. It might not mean anything to you, but it does mean a lot to me. If you could, that would be much appreciated. Also, if anyone did want to get in any super chats, as always, 50% of it does go to the British Heart Foundation. So it's not a lot, but we try and do all we can for charity, right? Interstellar has said, afternoon, Savva. I don't understand some fans wanting Gil out. He's played 12 hours and 36 minutes for us, and some folks already want him out the door. Where is the patience? Give him more time. We'll come on to Brian Hill in a bit. 164 Spur. Hope I am well. I'm very well. I'm on annual leave all week. It's very warm. Just been doing a few chores around the house before the missus gets back. And now I'm talking Tottenham. What could be better? Daryl has got a fancy Premier League team. If anyone would like to go and join Daryl's fancy team, there it is. The link is there. Click on it. Go and join his team. Caveman has said, come on, you Spurs, come on, you Spurs, come on, you Spurs. Lookman Yunus has said, hi, everyone, big up, hashtag back Conte. The hottest Spur has said, score predictions for Spurs versus the K-League Stars. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Do we even know what 11 we're going to put out? God knows. Full Ball said, happy birthday, Savva. I'll take it. It's not my birthday. I did say happy birthday in about 5 months, but okay, we'll take it. Would you prefer to sign Koulibaly or Bremer as an upgrade on Dyer? I think either one of them coming in now should play alongside Dyer. But to answer your question, I think I'd go with Bremer. I feel like it's more realistic. Koulibaly, for me, I feel would be quite a lot of money, even with only having a year left on his contract. Napoli seem dead set against him moving anywhere. And Bremer, I don't know, there's something about Bremer I quite like. So Bremer for me. But let me get this right out there now, full ball. I'm not complaining if either of those two centre-backs join Tottenham Hotspur. Scott Hynam, welcome to the show. Big up Savva. Love being bigged up. Jordan Jansen is cussing my walls. Couldn't tell where the wall ends and your T-shirt starts. I'll let you into a secret. I've been wearing a red T-shirt today, getting some sun in the garden. I was about to go live and I thought, I can't wear a red T-shirt. They'll crucify me. Ulster Spurs, big up afternoon. Savva, come on, you Spurs. Lots of things going on there. Freddie, hello, mate. How are you? Finally catching a live stream. Hope everything is good. I am very well, thank you. Life is good. About to get married. I'm on annual leave. Got the big 40th coming up. Going to Marbella for 4 nights for my 40th. Don't know if I can cope, but I'm doing it. Jordan confirming that he's joining me for the first home game of the season. Jordan, I'm only coming with you if we're drinking before and after. Apparently, Seville are interested in signing Reguilon. Yes, that is the big rumour. Apparently, though, that Villarreal, I heard, were looking at him as well. And I believe that it was they were going to let go of, and I might butcher this name, was it Estupian? And maybe Reggie going the other way. Big up Savva. I don't know why everyone thinks it's my birthday. I said it's my birthday. My birthday is November the 1st. It's not my birthday, but if anyone wants to super chat my birthday, feel free. Anta said, we've done that. He's going to start rumours. Full ball on Ndombele deserves a second chance. All he needs to do is cut down on the McDonald's and KFC. We will come to Ndombele shortly. Kane Legg has said, big up Savva. Big up to yourself as well, Kane Legg. Paul 2310, Paul, one of my favourite people in the world. Big up to yourself. This guy is responsible for all my thumbnails. So thank you very much for that. It is much appreciated as always. And he won't let me pay him. He is a top guy. Where are we? Let's see. Only 27 likes. There are 81 of you. Get the likes in. P. Doobs has said, what's up, Savva? With all our Juventus links, why won't we bid for De Ligt? He'd do bits for us. I agree. I would definitely go for De Ligt. I get the feeling that De Ligt will have bigger fish to fry than Tottenham Hotspur. I get the feeling that if De Ligt was available on this market, De Ligt's available in this market, Bayern Munich and Chelsea are being talked about, and I don't believe we can compete with them. Let me rephrase that. I don't believe we would compete with them. I think we can. I just don't think we would. I don't think that's Levy's game. Here we get to the session on a Reguilon. Neva from THFC 14. P. Doobs is taking Reggie. Quota aside, Paul Longworth is taking Cess. Jordan is taking Reggie. UKR UDT. I don't know how to say that. Is taking Reggie. Maxwell Reggie. Scott Reggie. Hazaif is taking Reggie as well. Something about ceilings. Another one of my pet hates. Who's got a higher ceiling? We don't know. None of us know. Paul is taking Reggie. Cess has never kicked a football with his right foot. Kane Legg. Both for dog shit. Fair enough, Kane Legg. Freddie SP has said Reguilon started well at Spurs, but he's become worse and worse. But I would still keep him over Cess. I agree. I feel like he did start okay. I just don't feel there's enough in there for me. Another one that gets a lot of the football, but no real end product. Daniel Hammett said it's hard to tell properly with Sessegnon because of his injury record. If he had half a season of consistent football, he may be more reminiscent of the Cess at Fulham. I hear this all the time, but the Cess at Fulham played as a wide man in a front three and was 4 years ago. So I don't feel we've ever seen any justification that he's a good left back or wing back. But I do take your point. I do. Cess injury prone. Don't rate Reggie either. If we're going to the top table, we need much better. Agreed. Ben Kaufman. Hello, Ben. If any of you don't know Ben, get down to Ben's coffee shop. He has the premier coffee in London, or so they tell me. I don't drink coffee. But Ben, you can tell us in your own words how good your coffee is. And also, yes, I agree with your post. Yeah, the double pivot. Why is everything a double pivot now? It used to be just a two-man midfield. Everybody, 89 people in the show. If we all at once press like, we can get up to that 50 to 60 mark. We're currently on 40 likes. And remember, any super chats, even if they're £1 or 50p or whatever, half of the money does go to the British Heart Foundation. So let's get that rolling in. P. Doobs has said, but Savva, there's a player incest. Yes, we've had that one. Daniel has said, realistically, he will need to be moved on in a season or so if it doesn't change. But Conte showed when fit he preferred Sessegnon to Reguilon. Yeah, he did. He did. I'm not denying that. N17 Spurs said Cecil Day. Cess I would keep. Phil P, big up to you. Jordan Janssen with Danny Rose. Doesn't seem left wing back is a priority. Think it's covered. Right wing back seems far more pressing. Yeah, this is interesting for me. We talk about this, but if you look at it, we bought Perisic in early, and I feel like we've really stalled with the right wing back signing. And for me, I don't care what anyone says. I don't want Spence as the main man. I would be more than happy for him to be the second signing. Just watching Sky Sports breaking news, Everton going big. Had a 25 million bid rejected for Morgan Gibbs-White of Wolves. So Lampard aiming high, I see. Dele Alli, Morgan Gibbs-White, Harry Winks. That must have been about Danny Rose. He's still waiting for Milan. Our youth left-backs can't be any good. Well, we've got the guy who's been on loan at Sunderland, haven't we? Who his name is going to absolutely escape me right now. But I remember seeing him for the youth team and thinking he was quite good. Can anyone tell me his name? I think he might be from the Czech Republic or something. Someone could tell me. P. Doobs, Savva, do you think Emerson definitely doesn't leave because Richarlison likes Brazilians? I don't think Emerson Royal's going to leave. I would be very happy if he did. I do not rate him one bit, but not my decision. T. Tottenham till I die said, can't see the difference with the players who came in to the going out. Shit window, Savvy. Interesting. People, what do we think about that? A shit window? I wouldn't say it's a shit window, but also I don't think it's an amazing window. I just think it's a good window. But apparently if I just say it's a good window, I'm negative and should go and support Man City. Hazef has said, Kostic is in the last year of his contract. Still big teams are not after him. Has to be something. His recovery base is awful, which is needed for a wing-back. Plus, he's not that good defensively. Okay. Cess or Tavares, who better? I think both are very poor. I wouldn't want either. Daniel Hammett with an interesting one. He has said, I would have taken Digne as a left wing-back option to fight with Perisic if Aston Villa hadn't snapped him up. I believed at the time we should have gone for Digne. I think Digne is a solid left back stroke left wing-back. We're not going to read out anything about apartheid. Samuel has said Ryan Sessegnon is better off playing as a left winger and right winger, and he would thrive under Steve Cooper, not in Forest. Well, I mean, that's interesting. I think he should go to a club like that and get a full season, but we don't know what Conte's got planned. Kane Legger said both are shite. Reggie has clearly upset Conte with his party boy antics. Otherwise, why is he not starting? I also think that Reggie is not good as a wing back. My opinion, we need better than him. Yeah, I agree. We need better than him. Reggie is a party boy. Naughty Reggie. Medicio said, Savva, with these ownership, is it ever possible for this club to become ambitious? Because fans aren't going to demand more. They are happy finishing seasons trophyless. I mean, that's a debate for another day. You know me. Everyone knows my feelings on the owners. Will we ever be ambitious under them? I suppose that all falls under the banner of what do you, what do I, what does everyone else consider ambitious? What's ambitious? I don't think the window we've had has been ambitious. I think it's been a good window, but Some might say it's ambitious. Crystal Palace have just signed Cheikh Decore from Lens on a 5-year deal. Joseph has said, good afternoon, Sav. I hope you're good. I'm excited for our season, but still need a couple of key additions. Cannot wait for the football on Wednesday. Joseph, I hear you. I'm bored of watching what my missus wants to do in the evening. I need to get back to having a reason to go and sit in the other room with the second TV and watch football. At the moment, I don't have an excuse. Tottenham Till I Die said, we're winning nothing, lads, so let's get real, fellas. I mean, I for one, have not said we're winning anything, just in case anyone in the comments has. Vendetta said, come on, you Spurs. Guys, get questions in. This show is not about me. It's about me reading out your comments. I will start off a little probe with a player and let you guys go. And please, anybody, tell me, what do you think? Is it a good idea? Savva and Henry doing Savva and Wright Live Tonight every Wednesday at 10 p.m, talking about all the live Premier League action over the weekend and the 2 Champions League nights. What do we think? Good show? Good to get fans from other clubs on? What do we think? Phil Pierce said, Cesc must train hard and have a great attitude. I agree. Conte really does seem to rate him. He really, really does. Vendetta, right, guys, it is not my birthday. It is not my birthday. Why do you all think it's my birthday? I don't think we will buy any more until we sell. Quite possibly, Adam. Be upsetting if that's the case because it seems like it takes us forever. My guy Dubro, great name. Was watching the Korean training videos. The fact we still have Lo Celso and Ndombele, surely one of them can be able to play the creative role. I know they haven't, but good Lord, on paper, wow. First and foremost, can you imagine anybody in the window? We're going to move on to Ndombele and Lo Celso. Can anybody imagine? So I'm going to turn the TV off. Every time the Meerkat advert comes on, the pug loses his mind. Jordan, you might get that with your pug. Can you imagine Ndombele and Lo Celso doing those sprints today that the rest of the club were doing? I just can't see it. And I want to dispel this myth that Ndombele and Lo Celso are creative. If you look at their careers to date, they've never, ever really assisted a lot. Tottenham Till I Die, Bremer is all hope, all hype, sorry. Okay. I mean, I don't think so, but everyone is welcome to their opinion. The Perchy, it's not my birthday, mate. Honestly, it's not my birthday. The 1st of November. Freddie has said, apart from Jed Spence, will we sign more players? I think we have to. I think we're lacking in so many areas. I really do, mate. I feel like there needs to be another creative spark, a right wing back, a centre half. I think we're lacking. I think we made some good signings. I'm not getting carried away by them, but we've made some good signings. Ben has said Bremer is not leaving Italy. Okay. Keep getting those likes, people. We're up to 50 likes, and it would be great to get to 100. And anybody that does want to super chat, the money does go to charity. Come on, we love charity, people. We still need more signings. Adam has said we still need about 5 out, 5 in. Ken 11 has said, I'll be honest, I've never watched Bremer play. I don't watch Torino. I've seen him play a few times. He does look very good, very commanding. Perchy, he says, what are we up to? I'm on annual leave this week, so I'm just going to get a few bits and bobs done. Currently renovating the house, do a bit of streaming, and take it from there. Let's have a look. Samuel said, have you thought about going to Marbella with Alan Bernard, Brazil, from TalkSport? No, funny enough, I haven't. Instella said, Reguilon is a liability, a hothead, time for him to go. Very interesting. Kane Legg, thank you very much for the donation, but it is not my birthday. So let me know if you want me to transfer you that money back. Ben Kaufman has said, big up, matey. Great to put a face to a name. He's talking about Phil P, not me. I've just read that properly. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Once we get to the big 1,500, we're currently on 1,240. Once we get to the big 1,500 in the next couple of weeks, we will be giving away 2 tickets for Tottenham v Southampton. Make sure you are eligible. We can't even sell Cesc. He's constantly injured. I would keep Reggie, but both can be upgraded. Us Scorpios. Smash the like button. Conte smashed the players in the first Korean training session. Yeah, that was brutal. Tottenham till I die. I guess you're not very happy with what's going on. He said, but we're still shit. Paul Holden, big up Savva, big up to you. No end product. You could have been talking about many there. The heavy irony. Savva, your home has high ceilings. Does it? Are they particularly high? I think my painter done a good job, didn't he, with the cutting in? Ken 11, Reguilón is one of the only players to get worse under Conte, so I'd get rid of him. Okay, let's discuss that. Before we move on, please keep smashing the like button. I will get through to as many comments as possible, but there are 118 people and it's very active in here. Samuel Bello has said, what happens if Conte doesn't get top 4 this season? Quite simply, it's failure, isn't it? If you get 4th and then don't the season after, it's failure. Anyone disagree? Full ball. I'm going to star this chat and I'll come back to it, mate, so everyone can answer. I want to talk about Ndombele. Ndombele. My first question to you is, should he be sold? The second question to you is, can you realistically see anyone buying him? The third question I've got for you all, can you imagine Tunga and Ndombele doing those sprints today? I just can't imagine it. The first thing on one of my WhatsApp groups, someone sent a video of the players training and it said, imagine Ndombele doing this. THFC 14 that said, so get your comments in on Ndombele, on Ndombele for me. For me, I would get him out, whether it's loan, pay off his contract, give him away 15 million. I think he is poison to the dressing room. I think he is everything I hate in modern day footballers. Joseph hates the word bomber. I've never heard it in that way, but I apologise for that. So many hamstring injuries, says paranoid to run. Well, if that's the case, then I think he needs to go. Ben, his coffee is double world champion approved. If anyone is asking, Ben, put the details of where your shop is, brother. Get your details in the chat. Anyone who lives there, get down, show a bit of support for the Tottenham family, buy yourself a coffee. You get a nice coffee. Ben gets paid. You know, we're all living the dream. Sirkin is definitely who I was thinking about. Dennis Sirkin, left on a free. Yes, apologies. Yes. He went to Sunderland as well as Jack Clark. Another pointless signing was Jack Clark. Wing back to the creative outlet for Conte. So right wing back is a must. Absolutely, Bob. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, definitely. Tom81 has said left wing back are seriously hard to find. For right wing back, how about Pereira from Leicester? I would definitely take Pereira from Leicester for sure. I would. I think he's a top player. I think Leicester have got 2 or 3 I'd take, to be honest. Phil Pierce said Danny Rose is a legend, probably just helping him out. Glad to see it. Cannot see him getting back in at Spurs. Hope he can extend his career. Listen, Danny Rose was vilified for telling the truth at Spurs years ago when he gave the comment about Google. He was vilified, but he was right. He was very, very right. We are 2 good signings from the perfect window. I mean, I feel like the perfect window is a little bit of a stretch. I feel like this squad's got a lot of work that needs to be done. But good. Good to see the optimism in the fan base. SOF has said Zaha makes more sense to sign as the 4th, 5th attack option than Depay. He's homegrown, scores 10 to 15 league goals every season, can play on the front 3, no World Cup, not on high wages, contract up next summer. I mean, I would take Zaha. People in the chat, tell me your thoughts. Would you take Will Zaha? It's always nice to have someone with some tricks as well. Agreed, Tom81. Still no creative attacking. This for me is it. There needs to be an attacking outlet. Or I think we'll still find it hard to break down teams with, I think the kids call it a low block now. It just used to be called a good defence, but now it's a low block. Keep getting the likes in, keep getting the super chats in. Let's do our bit for charity. Let's do our bit for Savva. Tottenham till I die. Yeah, we're 2 good signings away from a sorry window. Adam has said Villarreal can't afford Lo Celso, so how are we going to get rid? Well, this is going to be the dilemma, isn't it, for Lo Celso and Ndombele. We paid extortionate fees. They've both been dreadful in my opinion, only my opinion. And now we're not going to command the fees. Let's have a look. We won't buy until we sell. Phil Pierce said, leave you out, leave you in as good or bad window. Anyone that doesn't agree gets smashed. Not in a good way. We need to appreciate other points of view. Yeah, look, I sit in the middle. I think it's been a good window. Nothing that's made me giddy. There's nothing that we've done where I think, oh, well, that's why we got Champions League. I haven't seen any signings that have been a real statement of intent, but it's been a good window. I don't watch Love Island, I'm afraid. Don't watch any reality TV. Conte won't settle for mediocrity, or he'll be gone. Obviously, more big signings on their way. Well, to be honest, so far, I don't think we've made a big signing. Would anyone class any of our signings as big signings? I'm not sure. I think we've made good signings. Let's have a look. Willie has said, finally, we have a manager who can coach. Yeah, I think we've had lots of managers that can coach, but I hear you. Happy high ceiling day, Savva. It's not my birthday. I don't know what's going on here, but it's not my birthday. Keep hitting the like button. Keep subscribing if you haven't. There are 122 of you in here, and I did I looked at my analytics this morning. 50% of my viewers every show haven't subscribed, but they contribute to 50% of my viewing figures. Come on, people, smash that like button. I'm giving away free tickets to Tottenham Hotspur. Joseph has said, yes, good show to do, Savva. What positions do you think we need to improve? The recruitment ambition, but I do think we are so far the smart recruitment window for once. I agree on that. It's been a smart window. It's been a good window. Yes, I think Henry and I thought that it would be good to talk about something other than Tottenham as well. So we do our normal show on a Sunday night. We do our own shows midweek, and then we do a show together, which will be called Savva Wright Live Tonight. Make the show fan interaction, guests, etc. You'll end up with some right donuts. Yeah, always do, mate. Always do. I'm sure that I haven't had any of my stalkers in yet. I'm sure there will be. It's only 33 minutes old. Let's have a look. Happy Christmas Day. Yeah, that's more like it. Happy New Year. All the happies. Noah said, big up Savva, mate. Would you give a chance to Brian Gill? He is still a young lad. We're going to come on to Brian Hill after and Ndombele. I'm aware I'm very much behind the chat, so I'm going to catch up quickly. Richard Knight said, hi, Savva. What do you think about Kane signing contract extension? As a rumour has it, Bayern are monitoring. I think he will. I think that the ship has sailed for him to go to a massive club now. I can't see Bayern Munich paying what Daniel Levy will want. I genuinely believe Levy will put a 150 price tag on his head still. I just can't see it. So I think he'll sign a contract. I think there'll be a release clause. And then I think we can just all carry on. Bramer is good, but Bastoni is better. Yeah, I mean, interesting. One was named Italian Defender of the Year, but Bastoni's got a better reputation. Each to their own. Top till I die. Name me a good signing, Savva, since you yourself not long ago dissed the whole lot. Well, I've not dissed the whole lot. What my actual words were, and this is where we need to be careful before we put words in people's mouths. What I said was we've made some good signings, but no signings that I don't think we should have been able to make if we weren't in the Champions League. So I think Basuma, good signing. Perisic, good signing. Longlay's decent on loan. I think Richarlison's decent. Forster's decent. But there's nothing there that I look at and go, yeah, that's why we got Champions League. That's only me. Before everyone has a go at me, that's only me. I'm not saying they're not good signings. God, we've got so many comments. Where are we? Clement has said, what do you think about Depay? Could be a good addition to the squad. I think he'd be a good addition. I think he'd rotate with the other 5 players up top, so I don't think that would be awful. If you are doing a live stream with fans, I would love to be a guest, of course. That's what Henry and I will be doing. So for anyone that's just joined, it's going to be called Savva and Wright Live Tonight, 10 p.m. every Wednesday when the Champions League game finishes. Pardon me. Conte is not creating a team. He's building a team of cyborgs. I said earlier in one of our WhatsApp groups, the problem with that is there's a shelf life to how much players can until they're burnt out. But listen, let's see. Personally, I think Basuma and Perisic are great signings. Yeah, I think Basuma's a really good signing. I do. I think Perisic is a good signing. All I've said was I feel like there were signings we could have made even if we got Europa League. But that's me. Sell Ndombele as soon as possible. Nobody will buy Ndombele. Ndombele crying shame, but the guy has to go. He has to be sold. Do we fancy switching to a 3-5-2? How will he keep Kulu in the mix after recent signings? I know about rotation and competition. Love the show, Savva. New fan. Keep it honest. We need it. My guy, do bro. I will always keep it honest. It's why I get so much hate. Look, I just think you've summed it up there. The rotation, the competition is healthy. I think you've got to have it with Kane and Son are not getting younger. You're going to have 55, 60 games, depending if we go deep in every tournament. So I think we need all these players. Sold, yes. Selling 10 guys, the issue. I agree with you. Just pay off Ndombele. Great player, but a lazy luxury we can't afford. Tom, do you know what? I'm going to... Sorry, mate. I don't often disagree with you. I don't think you can be called a great player if you don't affect a game. And I don't think he is a luxury because I've never seen him do anything that makes me go, wow. Daniel thinks we need to sell Ndombele. I would sell him for 25 million as well. There we go. All get down to Ben's coffee shop, the coffee company. See what he's done there? 8 the Broadway, Woodford Green. Come on, guys, get down there. Does anyone live there? Phil P, I was sad to see Dennis Sirkin go. Guys, keep getting in the likes. Come on, we are 24 away from 100. Keep getting in the likes, subscribe, get the super chats in for charity. We all love charity. Ndombele has been a dosser. Taking the money and not even tried. Get the bum out of our club. Yeah, I agree on all of that. I'd rather give money to Ben than Daniel Levy. Yeah, let all get down and give Ben your money then. Jack Class, no worse than there's a wind up, isn't it? Ben Kaufman, where's your coffee shop? It's up above. Keep looking. 164 Spurs said, you're just a baby, Savva. I've got 22 years on you. I'll take that. I'm not calling you old, but I normally get called old. I'll take that. So you must have had more hurt than most of us if you've got 22 years on me. Ben Kaufman, just saying what he's got. Tom81, come on, mate. As soon as this show finishes, get down to Ben's shop, get a coffee, talk Spurs. Gary O'Flynn said, Zaha, no thanks. Okay. Yes, but he loves a red card. I think I was talking about Zaha. Phil P, yes, Savva. Rose was spot on the Google quote. Yes, he was. I will not be putting anything up about racism. With Longlet left centre-back and Richarlison up front, I don't think this can be a perfect window, but with a few more signings, it could be a great window. Quality centre-back and right wing-back are key. Scott, I agree with that. I do agree with that. I know we had a bit of a set two the other day, but a different subject. We move on. Hope all is well, brother. I agree with that completely. Again, not bad players. I've got nothing against Longley. I've got nothing against Richarlison. But none of them, for me, scream ambition. But that's just me. And I'm not Conte, so it doesn't matter what I think. I'm just a guy with a beard talking to you lot. Come on, guys. We are now 20 away from the big 100 likes. Let's have a look. Coach TPM said, guys, just a swap with Powell and some money for Lo Celso, surely. I mean, it looked like that was on the cards, didn't it, Coach TPM? It really looked like that was on the cards earlier on in the summer, but it's all gone quiet. So watch that space. Zaha could be a good player for the squad. Yeah, absolutely. Someone said no. Kuva 99. Savva, would you take Mitrovic? You got 43 goals, you know, and happy birthday. For anyone who doesn't, before you all get into a big debate about Mitrovic, if anyone watched the Spurs corner last night, we talked about our best London 11, and then we said, right, let's just assume Kane and Son didn't exist, who would play. We were talking about strikers, and we realised there's not many good strikers in London, and Mitrovic's name got bandied about. And it's not my birthday. PB and Jam, welcome to you. How are you, sir? Jan has said about Ndombele, imagine 30,000+ people calling you a Yid when you're a Muslim. Oh, okay, I'm not going to get into that. That's the quickest way to get argument started. Basuma would start for every team in the top 6 apart from Man City. All the big 6 are interested but worried by the court case. Again, Daniel, we don't know that. I fail to believe we were the only. I fail to believe that they didn't go for him because of that. I don't think he gets into Liverpool. I don't think he gets into Chelsea. He doesn't get into Man City. He gets into Man U. He gets into Spurs and he gets into Arsenal. Phil P, just £1.79 with no message. Thank you. Thank you very much. Half of that will go to charity. So if anyone would like to follow in Phil's footsteps, feel free to. Noah said, Savva from an outside looking Tottenham are winning the window, mate. In my opinion, Lacroix is better than Longley, but Richarlison, Basuma and Perisic are big boys. With Conte could be special. When you say we're winning the transfer window, I mean, I don't know what that means, to be honest, because, you know, I think Man City have made some decent signings. You think Man City have just bought an England international to play as a backup, and they bought Erling Haaland, Alvarez. So it'll be interesting, but it's early doors. Levy's been taking a dump on this fan base for the last 21 years. Yes, he has. Mikhail said Perisic is doing individually training, so he's still doing some recovery. Tottenham till I die. I think you are a troll. Gary O'Finn says he likes Brian Hill. Richarlison is a good squad player, but he's not a wow signing. I agree with that. I'm not saying every signing has to be a wow signing, by the way, but I would like to see one. Just one. No trolling. Come on, guys. No trolling. Daniel Hammett said, no. Happy birthday, Savva, again, for whenever it is. It's in November. No Champions League would mean no Perisic, no Basuma, no Richarlison. But we don't know that for a fact. It's easy for them to all join the club and then turn around and say, I joined because of the Champions League. Blah, blah, blah. It's easy to say that. But Basuma was at Brighton. Richarlison was at Everton. They would have joined Tottenham Hotspur. If you don't believe we can go and take players from those clubs without Champions League football, then Levy's done a number on you. Phil P. Savva, will you break traditional and tune into the best upcoming reality TV show, Woolwich All for Nothing? No, I'm not going to watch Woolwich All for Nothing. Tom81 said, no Gooners, Savva, unbearable, that lot. But you know what? We need them. We need them. They need us. We need them. Without them, the rivalry isn't great, right? That's why I've always said, like, I've got mates that go, oh, wouldn't it be funny if Arsenal went down? No. I like those 2 games a year. You like the camaraderie, who's going to finish above who, and you know, playing them in the league and stuff. You don't want each other to go down. Full Ball has said, you still haven't answered my question. Name players you would like to see come in. Okay. Paul Brown has said, as to a successful window, old adage of only prediction of the future is the past, regrettably. Yes, very true. Pete Simon said, only way to rid of Ndombele is make him an offer to pay his contracts off, take the hit. I would definitely not be unhappy if Spurs did that as a club. I just feel like anyone who wants to give this guy a second chance is a bit doolally, in my opinion. We've watched him be dreadful for years now. I don't know how we've still got fan base. Tom81 said, you twisted my arm, Sav. Yeah, get rid. Poor Ndombele. Poor Ndombele. Noah has said, Kane leg. To be fair, he's a Brazil striker. Done it in the Prem, and he can challenge Son and be Harry's backup. I don't think we should always talk about the word backup. I think more we should talk about the word competition. Big clubs talk about competition. JS, I really hope so, because again, it's another signing where it's a bit meh. Like I would like to think that Spurs could finish 17th and still sign Jed Spence from the Championship. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like it's a little bit meh. It doesn't really do anything for me. Roachy Baby said, we can't attract the marquee signings until we win some trophies, unless we pay big wages. But I don't think it even has to be marquee signings. I'm not talking about Haalands and Mbappe's, but People like Milenkovic-Savic, James Maddison, why would they not come to us? And we can pay big wages. Look at the stadium. Look at the revenue. We're the 8th richest club in the world. We can pay wages. SOF has said some Spurs fans don't think we're having a good window, but if you listen to our rival fans, a lot are saying it's been a great window. Look, it's all... Do you know what, SOF? One day you're going to tell me what it stands for. For me, it's that great big C word. It's context. It's all context. It's a great window if you want to go for fourth again. Lots of fans tell me they want to win the league. Not a great window if you want to win the league. So it's context, isn't it? And others looking in, of course, the Arsenal are going to say that ours is better because they've not done too much. Same with Chelsea, but Chelsea will go big. You know they will. Let's have a look. Let's quickly talk to me about, I want to talk about Bryan Hill. Bryan Hill's an interesting one. At the time, I couldn't understand it as a signing. I didn't see where he fit into the jigsaw. I feel he fits in even less to the jigsaw of a Conte team, but he's a young kid. He's only had, what someone said earlier, was it about 12 hours of football or something like that? What do we think he's going to do, guys and girls? Is he going to sell him? Is he going back out on loan? If he's going back out on loan, where do you want to see him play? Do you want to see it in the Premiership, Spain, Germany, a top championship club? What do you want to see? Talk to me about Bryan Hill. Do you see him as a future Spurs star? Where are we? Loads of comments. So thank you very much for everyone for all your comments. There are so many, and I'm trying to read everyone's. Where are we? Sorry, guys, I've lost exactly where we are. Lukman Yunus has said, Mitrovic is cursed in the Premier League. I said yesterday, what would be interesting for me would be to see Mitrovic play for a mid-table team, not a relegation team. Because a relegation team is going to spend most of the game defending, right? I'd love to see what he did maybe as the front man at Aston Villa. Just saying. I'm not saying he's great, but his goal record at international level is good. I mean, he's got a bag full last year. So I'm just saying I would like to see it personally, but I don't think it's going to happen. Guys, keep subscribing. We've had 5 new subscribers since the show started. I'm 7 away from 1,250. See if you can get me there. And on the live likes, there are 85. And feel free to keep getting in the chat revenue. So far in this stream, we have made £9 for charity. It's only £9, but it all helps, right? The Hottest Spurs said, no, I'm not getting involved in that. Pete, thank you so much for the £1.79. Much appreciated. He said, do we get a trophy for winning the window? I don't know. We get a trophy for winning the cheese room or the best stadium. So why not? Why not? Some good conversations going on in the chat, and everyone's keeping it respectful. Tom81 has said, not had a wow signing since Klinsmann. Amen, brother. I agree with you. That was the last signing that truly made me go, oh, wow, that guy's joined. Ken11 has said, we've had a good window so far, but I can't look past Haaland for 50 million when he's worth at least 150. Well, yeah, absolutely. So if Man City have bought in Alvarez, Haaland, and Calvin Phillips for what, 100 million? Good times for City fans. Spurs transfer window success needs can only be determined with what the goal is for next season. I agree with that. I agree. Peter has said, Savva, you're waxing lyrical about Basuma. Now we're signing, you're saying he's not good enough for top 3. Peter, context. I really like Basuma and he was one of my main targets. Doesn't mean he's wow. I think he's very good. A wow for me is taking someone that's been there, seen it, done it from a big club. A wow for me is when Spurs signed Jurgen Klinsmann at the top of his game after just winning the World Cup. I like Basuma. Basuma for me is the first name on our midfield team sheet. When I'm saying he's not good enough for the top 3, I look at the midfields the top 3 have got, and then you can't blame me. Let's go through it. Man City have got Rodri, Gundogan, Bernardo and De Bruyne as their first 4-choice midfielders, and now Phillips will be the 5th choice. Chelsea have got Kante, serial league winner, World Cup winner. Jorginho, who's won multiple trophies, came 3rd or 2nd in the Ballon d'Or. Kovacic, who spent the last 10 years at Inter Milan, Real Madrid and Chelsea. It's amazing how quickly, Peter, we belittle these players that have been there, seen it and done it. That's all I'm saying. I love Basuma, but I'm not belittling him. I just don't think at this stage, I don't think that the other clubs needed to sign him. They've got players like that. Phil President said, I want to see Milinkovic-Savic, but I'm still waiting for Morientes and Demau. Yeah, who remembers those sagas? Come on, up here. Come up here. Sorry, the dog's sitting in the sun, not learning why he's panting. Phil P has said, winning the window would be nice, but means nothing if they don't have us kick on. Can we add that phase to the ceiling and knowing ball vetoed lexicon? I really wish I could veto some things. It does get silly, doesn't it? Where are we? Guys, come on. We are on 93 likes, 93. And we are 6 away from the 1,250 subscriber mark. I can't be fairer than to say I give money to charity. I give away free Spurs tickets. If that doesn't do it for you, then I've run out of ideas. Thanks, Phil. We all know another C word. Full ball. Who's the better player, Maddison or Savic? Different players. Different players. I would love both of them in a midfield free. Put it that way. I think Maddison is a fantastic playmaker. And Milinkovic-Savic, for me, is just a brilliant midfielder. 2 very good players. Those are the sort of signings where I turn around and go, yeah. They're the signings that make me think we really want to try and chase down Liverpool and City. But that's just me. Please don't ever go at me just because I don't think we're going to win the league. Mustafa has said, Gil is really talented, but I think maybe he'll be on loan again, hopefully to a championship club. Okay. I think Brian Gill has potential. Okay. Sorry, it's Hill, isn't it? Hill, sorry. Hi, Sav. Hello, Johnny Be Good. He said, Hill will be loaned out to Sociedad, perhaps. Here's a question for you, Johnny. Is David Silva still at Sociedad? I think it was last time I looked. Is he still there for another year or two? Potential. Savic is hands down a better player than Maddison. Yeah, I think they're different players for me. I'd whack both of them in the midfield and have done with it. Them two and Basuma. Them two and Basuma with Kane and Son up front. Oh, now you're talking. Eddie Ryan said I would lend Hill out to one of the teams here. Yeah, why not? Louis has said, afternoon, Savva. Hello, Louis. Afternoon to you as well, my friend. SOF, tell me what SOF means, please. It's been driving me crazy for ages now. See if a foreign team in Europe will loan Hill before sending him to relegation battle and English teams. Kevin McBain, welcome to the chat, said going big with Maddison, Vardial and Hakimi level players has ripple effects to other aspects too. All the sudden sponsors may be more excited to stick their name on our stadium for 20 years. I agree. I mean, listen, I don't think, we'd ever see Levy go for all 3 of those, but why not one of them? Why not make a statement where we go, yeah. I mean, Vardial, I think, is a no, because I think it's going to take like 80 million to get him out of his contract with like 5 years left. But the other 2, just have a go. Have a go. Come on. Eddie Ryan said, look how much City got in by selling players. This often gets undervalued for me, Eddie. Lots of people talk about City spending money, but they've now put themselves in a wonderful position where every window they're selling players as well. I mean, what have they made this window? 45 million on Sterling, if it goes through today. They're talking about, excuse me, they're talking about 40 for Ake. If they're talking about 85, 90 million for selling 2 players, it's not bad. City had to give Haaland's agent 20 to 30 million. It wasn't only 50 million, but he's on 350k a week. Yeah, but that's what you pay, right, for success. It's what you pay. We've got to do it at some point. Ulster Spurs, Conte will have his top targets. He'll not want to buy players who don't fit into his plans just for the sake of it. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. But, as Spurs fans, we're allowed to dream, right? Ulster Spurs, what I would say is this. when I go down to Spurs, I won't tell you how much I've spent for tickets on the first game, but by the time I add up those tickets, my travel there, a sausage roll, some pints, it's hundreds of pounds, right? So I think Spurs fans have every right to demand a few big name signings. Kuba said exactly, Savva. City and Chelsea have gash midfielders. Basuma all the way. The quad is on. Absolutely. Gash midfielders everywhere. What was worrying, Kuba, was when we did that London 11 last night, the lack of quality in goal in London, in defence in London, centre mid, up front, wide. The lack of quality in the Premier League is baffling, to be honest. Scott said the amount of times I've heard from Spurs fans that we won the window, had a great window, without actually winning anything, you would think fans would learn. I agree with that. SRF says Spurs need to win trophies and break wage structures, get top players. Jesus is earning more than Kane. Let that sink in. His next contract has to be close to Salah's 300k minimum. Look, but again, that's down to Levy. If you want to be a big club, you've got to pay big wages. We've got the money to do it, haven't we? We've got the money. Tottenham till I die. Juve, I wished I was optimistic here, but I ain't. I'll get everybody's predictions where we're going to finish a bit later. Phil P. At Savva, Klinsmann won in Italia 19, not in US. Sorry, yeah, not in 94 when we signed him. Sorry, apologies, but you get my point. He was world class when we signed him. He was just at the top of his game. Just an amazing footballer. We don't sign players like that anymore. Richard Knight said, Savva, Weston McKennie for attacking midfielder for me. I mean, yeah, I've watched Weston McKennie. He looks like he's got a really good engine. I wouldn't call him an attacking midfielder. For me, he looks more of a box-to-box, but definitely got the attacking instinct in him. This would definitely please my man, Will, THFC Rants. So it'll be interesting to see if a club does go for him. Darren Diaz said, I agree. Basuma isn't a wow, but neither was Van Dijk when Liverpool got him. I would say Van Dijk was massively a wow. I think Van Dijk's come out and said all the top clubs across Europe wanted him and he chose Liverpool. There's a reason he went for 75 million. We'll have to disagree on that one. Sorry, my friends. Yeah, okay, David Silver's still there. George Raffis, thank you so much for the super chat. £2.50 of that does go to charity. So thank you very much for that, my friend. That is much appreciated. He has said, fans get too excited. We've had a good start to the window, but that's it. A statement signing is needed. I'm with you. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. Where are we? Daniel Pavley. How are you, sir? Long time no speak. Drop me a WhatsApp later, mate. I hope you're okay. Old school there. Old school. Let's have a look. Can I just say, by the way, any opinions I give, right, are my opinions, because after the show the other day, Jesus Christ, I was sitting there and I got tell you a quick story. I got a YouTube comment from someone, I think someone called Shelley. And I asked Savva, I was umming and ahhing as to whether to subscribe. You think you're always right. You've turned around and said that, what did they say to me? You've turned around and said that, I can't even think now, that somebody's dream is shattered now because of you. You telling them we can't win the league. I'm not going to subscribe now. Get back in your box. Let me just say, right, it's my opinions. The same way you lot put your opinions in the comments. It's just mine will be more vocal because I'm on screen. So I'm not going to suddenly go, oh, yeah, I do think we can win the league just to fit in. But yeah, she told me bluntly that she wasn't going to subscribe, then told me loads of reasons why. So I was kind of like, okay, cool, have a good day. What can you do? Daniel Hammett, Maddison takes seasons off, though. I would say Basuma in his position is better than Maddison is overall. But they play different positions, so I'm not really sure how we can judge that. One's like your all-round box-to-box midfielder. The other one is a playmaker who's just had 20 goal contributions in a season. Sorry, for me, I'll give me Maddison all day. All day. SOF, I agree with you on here. If SMS is so great, why has no big team bought him? I agree. I'm surprised no one has. But we could apply that, right? We could apply that rule to Son. We could apply that rule to Harry Kane. No, I'm just putting it out there. We can apply that rule to many players. We could say that about Declan Rice. Why has no big club bought him? So, swings and roundabouts. Yes. Molina for right wing back all day long. Really, really like him. Good player, international, all over it. Yes, Lookman Young. I don't know how I forgot. You're going to get 45 million for Jesus, 45 million for Sterling, 40 million for Ake. That's not a bad window. And we're struggling to sell. I mean, we've got 7 or 8 million for Vickers. I think we've got 5 to 10 million for Jack Clark. Was it 25 million, 26 million for Bissouma, Bergwijn. Yeah. For me, there's no such thing as winning a transfer window. You don't win windows. You don't win them. Carl Wiggins, I hope the Tottenham boys just got in from work late. 5 pints of Guinness is down. Stuart said, SOF Lazio are quite a big club on par with us. Clubs have been in for him as they have come in for Kane, still both at respective clubs. Yeah. Good afternoon, Mr. Holland. How are you, sir? Leicester City in the house. Wayne, just quick one. What do you think about my idea with Henry? Savva Wright Live Tonight every Wednesday, talking about league, all the league games from the weekend, every club, not just Spurs. Kane Legg said, if we don't get a world-class centre-back and a right wing-back, we won't win anything. I agree. Now let's move the conversation on to that then, guys. Let's talk about, I keep saying we're definitely going to win a trophy this year. We're definitely going to win a trophy. Now, look, I think the hope is we all want to win a trophy. It's been this time next year, it will be 15 years if we don't win one. What I would say is this. Can we win a trophy? Yes, anyone can win a trophy. A trophy, not a league, not a champion. Anyone can win a trophy. But just because we've strengthened doesn't suddenly mean that Liverpool, Chelsea and City that have dominated these domestic trophies for years suddenly aren't good. And that's what we've got to remember. Those teams put big, strong 11s out in those games. Keep hitting the like button, people. Keep hitting the like button on this Monday afternoon. We have got 111 likes. Thank you very much. As I said, any super chats will go through to charity. We are also going to do a 24-hour stream just before the season starts where all money donated that night through super chats, through revenue of YouTube, through super stickers will go to charity. None of it will go to me. It will be a 24-hour football chat with me and various other guests dotted throughout that 24 hours. So please stick around with us for that. We'll get as many people watching and we'll see if we can raise 5,000 for charity in a night. I think that's doable, don't you? 24 hours. If everyone donated a £5, we can definitely get £5,000 for charity. Peter Simons has said you can win the league without wild signings. Leicester proved that. I hate this argument. Sorry, Peter. The reason I hate this argument is Leicester City won the league. They didn't have any European football to play. They played once a week and all of the other teams in the league were in transition. Leicester City, no offence, sorry, I know you're in the chat, Wayne, but Leicester City that year weren't up against this Liverpool and that Man City. Let's be really, really honest. Football now, you're not doing it without wow signings. I'm sorry. That's why Chelsea, Liverpool and City keep winning everything because they keep making great signings. Kane Legg, yeah, I think we do need to do more business. That's what I was going to say. So cups, talk to me. Do you think we're going to win a cup? If so, what have we got more chance of winning? The League Cup, the FA Cup, or the Champions League? You can put the league in if you want. You know me, I'm going to dismiss it immediately. But you guys feel free to put it in. Let me see your predictions. Cole Higgins, he won't score as many goals as Kane. Who are we talking about? We're talking about Haaland. That's a big call. It's a big call. Daniel said, I think buying the best player from the teams below you is just as good as buying the worst players from the teams above you, which are the only ones they let go, those that are surplus to requirements. Well, I feel that that's quite a low-barred mindset, isn't it? I mean, there's plenty of top players out there that if you pay will go, right? I was told the reason for the stadium, the reason for Antonio Conte, the reason for Champions League football was to buy those players. As football fans, I'm sorry, and for how much we spend, I feel we have every right to demand some marquee signings. They charge the earth. They charge us the earth to go. Kane Leg, if we don't get at least a right wing back, I'll be disappointed. Yep. McKennie is a box-box midfielder, not a centre attacking midfielder. Matt Barden has said, do you think Tomori should be our big centre-back target? I think he'd cost a lot of money. I would definitely take him. I think he's a very good player, a very good defender, a good athlete. Brilliant for the English quota as well. I just feel that he would be extortionate amounts of money. But I would definitely like him. Can I please ask, can I get another 10 subscribers in the next 2 minutes? It would really help towards my target. The more subscribers I get, the more money I make, the more I can give to charity. That is my aim for doing this. I like to give to charity. I like to give back. I've not been a good boy all my life, so I like to give back. I set a life goal 5 years ago to try and raise 250,000 for charity in the next 10 years. At the moment, I'm on 125 grand. So I'm trying to raise as much as I can for charity. So please hit the subscribe button if you would. It really would mean a lot. And it's free. You just press a button. We need Paqueta. I really like Paqueta. I really like him. I think he's got that lovely blend of skill, craft, and physique. I think he looks physically powerful, but has got lots of skill. So, yeah, I agree with you. Paul Pablo said, can you answer why we are the only club in for Spence? I can't. Can you? I don't want him, mate. I don't want him. I just don't know. I don't know. Keep hitting the likes, keep hitting the subscribe, keep getting those super chats in. Talk to me, guys. Are we going to win something next year? Are we going to win something? Full Ball said, would you take Lingard as Bergwijn's replacement? Not for me, and not for footballing reasons. I feel like Lingard is an older version of Dele Alli. I feel where it's a bit more about the Instagram and the look rather than it is about being a footballer. So not for me, but there are worse players. Yeah, agreed with that. Kevin McBain said, would love James Ward-Prowse too. Him plus new set-piece coach equals 20 more goals from set pieces than we had last season. Here's my question to you. And I'm not disagreeing. It's just my question. If we play the 3-4-3, for Ward-Prowse to be on the pitch to score those free kicks, who does he start with? Him and Basuma? Does he start instead of Bentancur? Does he start instead of Højbjerg? Just a question. I'm just pushing that out to you guys. You guys answer it. McKennie is probably surplus to requirements with the addition of Pogba. I'm not sure he'd start for us. Would he rather sit on the bench at Spurs or Juve? But look, I think this is the thing. I think we're so fixated on a bench. It's competition. I think there's so many games this year. We're going to see lots of different midfield permutations. So I might have just answered my own question about James Ward-Prowse. PB and Jan, what's the point of commenting? What's the point of commenting that you don't want to subscribe? It's like leaving a 1-star review on an Amazon product, except less useful. Who said they don't want to subscribe? Horrible, horrible people. That's terrible. Subscribe. Thoughts on Ward-Prowse? I think he's expensive for what he is. I think he's a wonderful set-piece taker. I think that they were talking about 60 to 70 million. For me, if we're getting that, I'm going for a Maddison or a Milenkovic-Savic. But I am not I'm not the man with a checkbook. If I was, Spurs would have been winning things years ago. Full Ball said, do you think Vecna in his human form looks like Thomas Tuchel? I'm watching the last 2 hours of that tonight. Don't you dare ruin it for me. He's a brilliant actor. Anyone who's not seen Stranger Things, get into it. Get past the first couple of episodes, which are really cheesy 80s themed, and it is brilliant TV. Wayne Holland, Mr. Leicester City, has said, it's a great idea, the new show with Henry. Henry, are you hearing that, mate? It's a great idea. And Henry, if you're watching this, you shouldn't be. You should be working. Now that you work for me, Henry, you should be working. I'm on annual leave. Paul Pablo has said, I really don't care about trophy. Last time we won a Carabao Cup, we shut down the rest of the season. Getting fourth is my aim. Interesting. Now, this is a debate that a lot of people have, right? Is apologies, sorry. This is a lot of the chat we have is, sorry, I don't know what's happening here. What's important to fans? Is it top four? Is it a trophy? I mean, for me, I think we desperately need a trophy. Each to their own, but for me, I think we really do. Top clubs don't talk about top four. They talk about Champions League and trophies. Wayne Holland said, no offense taken, I'm bang on correct. Yeah, talking about Leicester City. Everyone talks about the year Leicester won the league, but they wouldn't do it now, would they? Kane leg. Bastoni or Skriniar and Hakimi, then there's a chance. I'd love Skriniar. You know what I love about Skriniar? He's a proper defender. No nonsense. He's a defender. Do you know what I mean? I like just those centre-backs are dying out for me. Thank you very much. We've hit the 1251 subscribers. Please keep subscribing. I'm not an animal. I'm not a monster like people tell you. I do all of this for charities. Please, please, please keep getting that in, getting the likes in. We've got 120 likes. And thank you very much. Guys, the rest of you, tell me, what do you think about the Premier League and Champions League show Henry and I are going to do? Good idea? It starts Wednesday night. Scott Emma said Leicester are a one-off fluke. Trying to recreate what they did will result in winning nothing. That Leicester City team wouldn't get a sniff with the current City and Liverpool teams. Scott, bang on. I think then they won the league. They had the same 11 week in, week out. Everyone else was, if you look at it at the time, Chelsea, Man City, Man United, Liverpool, all in transition. And that's why it was Leicester, Arsenal, Spurs. So, Hazike, sorry if I got your name wrong, my friend. Let me know if I have so I can correct myself for next time. Wants the Carabao Cup. Richard Knight said, Savva, here fans saying we will finish next season above Chelsea. However, I reckon Chelsea will spend big and make top draw signings. I really wish I'd put the full stop in and calm down there. I think Chelsea will go big. I think a lot of fans are taking it for granted that we're just going to finish above Chelsea. I don't know why, but we can judge at the end of the window and have a better representation of where we are. Phil Pierce said, recent FA Cup winners, including the Woolwich and Leicester League Cup, has been dominated by City and we have beaten the multiple times recent years. Time to put up or shut up next season. Yeah, I agree. If Conte takes in the cup seriously, I would have Spurs as serious contenders, but may suffer unless there's more signings. Yeah, again, look, we don't know what's he going to do in the cups. Is he going to prioritise them? We know that Liverpool will. We know that Man City will because Klopp and Pep are winners. Win. Yeah? They don't go, oh, it's only a League Cup. Win the League Cup. Get that excitement, get that winning feeling, that attitude, that mentality into the players. You get the hunger for more. So when we have fans that say they don't care about winning, I guarantee our players do. Can you work out Haaland's cost 45 million? We paid 60 million Carlson. Who is going to score more goals? Haaland. I don't think it's a debate. I will say, as always, I caveat that with, pardon me, but 1 second. I caveat that with, it's all dependent on injuries, right? If Haaland does his cruciate ligament in game one, then yeah. Daniel said, Mukiel, in my opinion, is the right wing back I would like to see come in. And then you get Spence as well, see if he can kick on. I don't disagree with that theory at all, Daniel. I think that'd be the right thing to do. Johnny Be Good said, I actually do. We have 4 chances, but 2 realistically. Should go for the Carabao Cup first. Winning breeds a winning culture. Completely agree with you. Winning is winning. We belittle teams that win. I see a lot of people belittle Roma for winning the Conference League. This is competition we couldn't get out of the group. They won it. Winning is winning. We will win the FA Cup and finish 3rd. Well, this is what I think and would be happy. Bob, I hope you're right. I'd take that all day long. If you offered that to me now, I'd snap your right arm off for that. You probably wouldn't want me to snap your arm off, but I'd snap my right arm off for third and the FA Cup. That would be our most successful season for how long? Since 1991, where I believe we finished third and won the FA Cup. Our most successful season for 32 years. That would be. We will have a job to finish top 4 again. We have 2 super teams in a group, 5 fighting for 2 places. Mitch, I think it's going to be a lot more difficult this year. I think everyone's strengthening. There's a lot of money being spent. Top 4 in a cup. That's the aim. For me, that's the aim. Consolidate 4th. Aim to close that. For me, it's about closing that gap. I don't think we can catch them just yet, but close that gap. Haziki has said Lingard trash. Daniel has said Paqueta would be a great signing. RN has said my dream wing back pairing is Perisic and Carrasco. I'd like Carrasco. I think Sky Sports was saying Spence is the next Trent Alexander-Arnold. I mean, I just don't understand when people say that, Kane, to be honest. I don't get it. I've seen a few good games from Spence, but when you look at what he's done in the last 100 league games of his career, he doesn't score goals. He assists one every, what's he get? He gets 4 assists in 100 games. 4 assists, that's an assist every 25 games. Let that sink in. Yeah, I agree with that. Ahmed, I don't know what that means. Are you just saying you're from South Africa? Welcome, if that's what you're saying. Yeah, Carrasco is great. Dave Raybar, welcome to you, sir. He said, I think the set pieces can be improved, but wouldn't want the downgrade in the rest of his game compared to the others. And there is the trade-off, Dave, right? That's the trade-off. Is his free kicks, are his free kicks worth more than the general play on the pitch? Good debate, that one. Reguilon in talks with Seville. Is that confirmed? Sorry, I've desperately got something in my throat. Sorry. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. I don't know what happened there. Is he definitely in talks? I hope he is. Let's get some money in. Dave Clark has welcomed David. Has said, Ward-Prowse is a good player, but this is not a sport that has special teams. He's not good enough to displace the others. I agree. If this was more of an American football, brilliant. Ward-Prowse is your man, right? You bring him on, take a free kick, go on back to the bench, and he could have the best goals per minutes ratio in the history of football. But it's not, is it? 75 again. Look, man, that's what I mean. They want like 70, 75 million for him. Who have we got comments from? We are now up to 1252 subscribers. Thank you so much. It really is appreciated. Bear with me 1 second. What do you guys think of Papa Matassar? Look, I've seen him play a few times for Metz, seen him play a few times for Senegal. Difficult to say, right? I didn't see anything that made me go, yeah, that's my guy. But equally, he didn't look like the worst player. So we'll see. Maybe another year out somewhere. It's really hot, isn't it? The dogs are struggling like you wouldn't believe. Exactly. You can get so much better. I'm going to have to skip forward a few. Football Ferreira, my friend, my buddy, my pal. How are you? Go and follow this guy on Instagram. He does a lot of good shit. He does a lot of funny shit. He talks sense. I wish I was as young and good looking as him as well. So go and follow this lad. He's a good guy. He said, talking about subscribe. I was with my accountant. His link with this one, but I didn't realize I could subscribe. There you go. Another subscriber, brother. You deserve it. Thank you very much. My postman is the Jamie Vardy lookalike who has his own Leicester City podcast. Brilliant. I'd love to watch that. He must just get called Jamie all the time. Can I just ask a question? Have you guys been having to watch sporadic ads throughout the show? And if so, are they ads that you can click off after like 3 or 4 seconds? If you could answer that for me, that would be amazing because I don't have to watch them, obviously. Yeah, mate, you're more than welcome to come on to the show when we get it up and running. Wayne Holland said, why are some Spurs fans more bothered about Champions League than winning a trophy? I don't get it. Wayne, unfortunately, this was the whole Poch got us to a Champions League final. Apparently now we can win it. I just want to see a trophy. I just want to see some silverware. Paul Pablo said Chelsea are 10 years behind us with a stadium. They have won much, but let's see what happens with the new stadium. But again, Paul Pablo, this is the difference. Stadiums don't win trophies. This is why Spurs fans have been going mad for stadium. They don't win trophies, mate. I've never seen a stadium climb the steps at another stadium to lift a trophy. Do you think James Ward-Prowse could be converted into a right wing back for us? I don't think so. I don't think that's his game. I don't see that he's got the pace, but I don't know. That would be a huge risk, that, wouldn't it? Daniel said, how much better was the peak Poch squad than the one we have now? Or do you think our squad now under Conte is on par, better with the signings we've made? Just interested to hear your opinion. Let's weigh it up. I look at our fullbacks, and Walker and Rose were epic. I look at our centre backs. Jan and Toby as a partnership was untouchable at the time. I look at Moussa Dembele, never replaced that man. Still haven't. Wanyama was brilliant. Ericsson, we still haven't got a playmaker. Dele Alli, we've never replaced. Well, it was never the same. For me, it was still that team by a mile. Just for me. I think this team is carried by a few, but I feel like there's a lot of weak positions. Let me quickly skip forward. Richard Knight has said, Savva, as a fan of 60 years, witnessing multiple honours, fourth is secondary, trophies all day long. Mate, do you know what? I think it should be both. I think we should be aiming for both, if I'm really, really honest. Kane Legger said, Haaland will smoke Kane and Salah for the Golden Boot. I mean, it's going to be an interesting one this year, isn't it? There's so many factors to take into account. You've got Haaland being bought by City. I can't believe he won't play. He's not got the World Cup. Salah signed a new contract, always scores goals. He's not got a World Cup. Kane, the only reason why I don't put Kane as my top Premier League goal scorer, not saying he couldn't do it, I'd love it to be him, is because for me now, because we don't have any creativity, he has to drop deep and be that guy. So he's on the end of less things. But it's going to be an interesting one. Is there anyone else that could go in there? Don't know. It could be an outside chance, right, for some other players. Let's see. People belittle the Carabao Cup, but the best manager in the world takes it as serious as the Champions League. Exactly. Derek Smith, what is your take on the problem Spurs seem to have having too many foreign players for the Champions League? My take on it is that we've built this squad terribly over the last 5 years. That's my take on it, is that there's been no fault, no planning gone into it, and we are where we are now. Last season, Spurs fans were turning their nose up at the Conference League for a team that has been starved of trophies. Couldn't believe what I was reading. George, I agree with you. Whilst it may not have the prestige of the other trophies, for a club like Spurs, surely winning a European trophy is massive. Johnny Be Good, thank you very much for the super sticker. Much appreciated, my friend. Always appreciate you coming on. Ahmed has said, win the FA Cup and qualify for the top four and build from that. Absolutely. George wants a trophy. Darren Diaz said, assist stat alone doesn't always tell the story. Better when his chance is created. Not sure what Spence is like for chances created. Yes and no, because he's played in the team that got promoted. So he's played in a team that's winning more often than not. You're telling me that the team that got promoted didn't convert in any of his chances? So for me, sorry, I don't mind him, but that surely shouldn't be where our priorities lie, should it? Surely we should be looking for better than Jed Spence. And all these people saying, well, it's who Conte wants. Is it? Are we saying that Conte sat down and said, yeah, this is the guy? Yes, we did just get a new set-piece coach called Vina. Usno, when have you seen him play for Metz? I've seen him play for Metz because, believe it or not, every game from every country is on TV in England. They've had a few 12 o'clock kickoffs this year, Metz, and I've seen him play. As I said, he doesn't do anything that makes me think, yes, this is why we bought him. He doesn't make me do anything that makes me think he's the worst player on the pitch, but it doesn't stand out to me. I'm a huge Mets fan. Suppose he's been underwhelming. Yeah, mate, listen, I'm agreeing with you. I think it's an underwhelming signing. I'm agreeing with you. Dennis McGregor, welcome, Dennis. He said City, Liverpool, Chelsea all have squads to dominate lower level teams in early rounds of cups. That's why they are able to see off those teams. Yeah, agreed. Savva said the S word. What did I say? What S word? Oh, God. What did I say? Tell me. Twice. What did I say? Tell me what I said. Don't forget, Mets got relegated, so he was in a struggling team. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't stand out. That doesn't mean you can't, there's plenty of players that stand out in a poor team. So yeah, I don't subscribe to that. Subscribing costs nothing, people. Talking about subscribing. Think of Savva like the Perisic of Spurs YouTubers. What, old and on a free? Thanks very much, mate. That's brilliant. We're up to 130 likes. Let's see if we can get it up to 150. Keep going, guys. Just to say, look, I'm really happy with the crowd we've started to build on this channel now. I think we've got a lot more of a mature crowd. We've got a real diverse crowd of people from across the world. We've got Arsenal fans, Leicester fans, Liverpool fans coming in, Man United fans coming in, Newcastle fans. So I'm really happy with how it's gone. If ever you want to give me ideas or suggestions of anything you would like to see, feel free. Message me on YouTube. Find me on Insta, Savva Talks Spurs. If you would all follow me on there as well, that would be appreciated. PB and Jam said, Savva, I'm going to have to hide you off this channel. What did I do? What did I say? I run ad blocker, so I'm good. No adverts. Okay, good. Just checking, guys. Let's have a, sorry, something went, oh, no ads. Okay, good. No ads. Okay, I get it. Top 4 on a trophy. Not sure whether this has been said before, but I would bet money that it would be the window with 0 net spend, 150 million transfer addiction. Oh, of course. Anyone who believed it was going to be 150 million net is bonkers. Daniel Levy was always going to, I've said from the beginning, anyone who watches me every week will tell you, I said, I think we'll spend 150 million on players and we'll recoup 100 million. I think we'll spend net 50. Richard Knight has said, Bogle, the Sheffield United right wing back, was more consistent, had better numbers in the Championship than Spence. This is what I'm saying. There's lots of players that did. I'm not sure it feels like he had one good game against the Gooners and now everyone thinks he's Tottenham caliber. Not for me. I want better. I don't pay nearly £100 a game to watch Jed Spence's. Sorry. I'm going to say it. I don't. We're bottle of Savva and that's that. Okay. You're making me look positive, Tottenham till I die. T. Gill has said we really need a playmaker or two. Yeah, I think we need someone with creativity. I don't think it can keep being Harry Kane. I think we need some creativity. Kane Leg has said Poch installed the bottling mindset. I'm not getting into Pochettino chat. Paul Pablo has said, I'm not saying stadiums win trophies, but Chelsea are 10 years behind us with their stadium. Let's see how this pans out with money transfers with Chelsea. But, all right, here's the thing. I just want to make sure, is everyone clear that when we bought the stadium, it was via a loan? I think when everyone's saying we couldn't afford players, I just don't think, I don't know, I don't buy this. Sorry, that's just my opinion. Poch took us to the next level. This bottling mindset is nonsense. The problem is, Usna, Poch came out and said, I mean, someone tell me, what was the famous Poch quote about not winning? About winning breeds egos or something? The moment he said that, he alienated a lot of people. Kane will get the golden boot. Let's hope so. Loads of messages in here. Gil as a central attacking midfielder, maybe. I mean, could he play there? I don't know. Is that the plan? I don't know. I'd like to see him go out on loan somewhere and then assess in a year's time. Football Ferrero with a super sticker of $4.49. Thank you very much. Most of that money goes to charity, so it is much appreciated. If you hadn't guessed, people, I am very big on charity. So thank you. All the donations do help, and I really do appreciate it. 12 likes away from the 150, so let's keep those going. What Where are we? There are so many people commenting. But yeah, he did win silverware. No, that's the aim in elite sport. I agree. It's about winning. Gil as CAM would work. Okay. Paul Pablo said, let's have it right. Would you rather see Real Madrid at Tottenham Stadium or Doncaster in the Carabao's Cup? Yeah, but the difference is, Paul Pablo, is top clubs don't do either ors. Come on, up. Come on. Sorry, 1 second, people. Come on. Oh. We've got a poorly French bulldog who's hurt his leg, so he didn't want to jump up. You say hello? You a yid? You a yid? Yid. He's our new right wing back. This is Frankio, isn't it? This is Frankio, our new right wing back. Where were we? Sorry, he wanted to get up and he's hurt his little leg, so he couldn't get up. This is the thing. Look, why is it, Paul? I'll ask you this question. Why is it either or? Why does seeing Doncaster play at our ground in the Carabao Cup mean that we can't have Real Madrid in the Champions League? Why is it always got to be fourth or a cup? I don't get it. Both. Top clubs talk about both. Jimmy Getter said, can any team win a trophy with Dyer in their defence? He's not bad, but he's not good enough. Jamie, I don't mind Dyer. For me, it makes it far too easy for strikers. Turns his back. But he had a good end to last season. We'll see, won't we? We'll see what Conte thinks of him over the next year or two. I'm a Borough fan and I think Izzy is levels above Spence. Well, talk to us then. If you're a Borough fan, my friend, first of all, tell us your name. Talk to us about Spence. Tell us what's his strengths, what's his weaknesses. Would you be gutted to see him go? Am I right when I say that he doesn't assist a lot? Talk to us. Please give us some insight, because you'll see him more than we do, mate. And that's what these shows are all about, right? Learning from each other. We are up to 1,255 subscribers. 5 subscribers in the last 5 minutes. Thank you very much. We are also at 145 likes, and we're getting some super chats. So thank you. Keep it coming in, guys. This is all good stuff for charity. What is the latest on Spence? I don't know. It's getting to the stage where it's super embarrassing. I just had a chat all morning with someone on Instagram who's tried to convince me that this is Conte's number one choice for a right wing back, and that all deals take 7 weeks to get over the line, and blah, 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 blah. Stuart, okay, I mean, when you're saying you do want Spence, can I ask why? I don't mind Spence, but all of a sudden he seems to have become this fan's favourite, and I don't know why. He's not even been great in the Championship. Big up Savva, Mark Mabbott Cousins. Here he is, the Mabbott fan club. He said, big up Savva. Conte definitely did not have Spencer's first choice. For sure. For sure. There's no way they sat down and went, you know what? Of every right wing back in Europe, that's my guy. Why? Why would he? And if he did, how shambolic that we haven't been able to get him over the line when he's under 20 million. Darren D, agree. It shouldn't be Spence unless there's a better one coming alongside him. Agreed. 4 Conte signings, 1 Paratici signing, and 1 potential Levy signing. I mean, everyone seems to think they know now who's signing. I just don't know. I just don't know anymore. Bob has said if Jed Spence comes to us, he'll probably be sent out on loan. He's not for now. Maybe, but then we need to get one for now. Chris Agombora said, afternoon, evening, all evening to you, Chris. David has said, I just live in Leicester, married to one, but been a Spurs fan since 1961. Since the double winning year, you lucky man, you. An ad just popped up for a Hyundai commercial. How much of it did you have to watch? Guys, sorry, if you do have to watch an ad, how are you able to click off it after 6 seconds? Yeah, Middlesbrough was happy to send Spence on loan because they felt they had a better player. Yeah, that kind of sums it up for me. Nice one, Sav, for the shout out. Saar is another Jack Clark and Kudu and G. I agree. I do agree. Sav, check out our other right wing back, Jones. Now, I watched the game you lot played last year. It's going to escape me. You won 1-0 with a penalty from a striker, a tall striker. I can't remember his name. You won 1-0. Can't remember who it was. And that guy, Jones, was brilliant up and down the wing. I remember that. Yeah. Well, that says it all. You let him go out on loan, and yet he's our number one choice, apparently. Good afternoon, guys. The Mad Dart. See, we get Darlington fans. Let's have a look. Marlon is here. Marlon, a view from the stand. How are you, brother? I keep saying we've got to do a show together. We really, really must. He said, a question for you. Would you sell Dyer to free up non-homegrown slot? I mean, look, for me, it's the same as anything. If you're bringing in Undercar and Bramer, sure. Why not? I wouldn't sell him just for the sake of it, but yeah, why not? It's snowing in Darlington. It is absolutely... Let me see if I can show you the weather here. I don't know if you can see that. Just glorious out there. Glorious out there, Ian. Kane Legger said, don't know how it lies. He didn't win a trophy and apparently it's a lie. Yeah, look, I'm not getting into a big Poch debate. At the end of the day, did well, left, didn't win anything. We move on. PB Jam, Poch said that winning trophies build egos. Yeah, for me, that was the moment I was done. Sorry, not the manager for me. I don't want that at my club. I don't want a manager that says that. I want a manager telling players, win, win, win. Think big, win trophies. Stuart has said, if we can't get Hakimi, Molina, etc., we should take a punt on Dubois. Need a good season last season, but quality in the past. Mate, there's so many players we could get that are not Spence. That's all I know. But I agree with you. There are players like that we should be looking at. David Clark said, Hill is not a Conte-type player and never will be. Let's see. I think he'll go out on loan. I'm guessing if a good bid comes in, you'll sell him. Sav, what will you say if we win the title this season? I will turn around and say I was 100% wrong and I will do a forfeit of some sort, but I don't see it happening. Peter, I get fans like you every summer. Every summer when I was doing my show before, when I was on Twitter, coming in, going, when we win something this year, you'll look silly. What will you say? I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting 22 years on. So I'm not bothered. I'm not really worried. Aditya said, he always shouts my name. Aditya, why are Spurs fans so scared of raising expectations and standards? I agree. Why they keep accepting mediocrity? I agree. They are happy with trophies this seasons. I agree. That's the problem. Half the fan base are like, oh, don't worry about trophies. Top four's good enough. Not for me. Rob Corner said, Troy Parrott was leading the final sprints. He could be massive for us this season. I mean, sorry, Rob, I respect your opinion, but this is a bloke that managed 8 League One goals last year. He is not for me, this kid. I mean, for me, he needs to go out this year to at least a championship club and bag 20 goals. Maybe 18, but I mean, for me, 8 League One goals, this is not massive for us. Sorry, I completely disagree. How many more players would I like to see to come in? I think you need a centre-back, a right-wing-back, and some sort of creativity, whether that be a creative centre-mid or an attacking midfielder. Yeah, he's hurt his little leg. Yeah, Doggo on the right wing-back. Phil Peters said, we have bottled it so many times in the last 31 seasons. I think the way we went about the end of last season, especially the North London derby on off the pitch, means we have grounds for optimism. Cool. Absolutely. I'm not saying we can't be optimistic. I just don't think that we're Liverpool City standards. And I get lambasted every single show for saying that. Scott Emma said, Kane Leg, it's not my opinion that he didn't. Instill the bottom mentality. It was there before him. The facts show it. Yeah, you've got a point there. I mean, it's always been at Spurs, but I think for me, he was the first manager that came out and said winning builds egos. It was just like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Stephen has said Levy needs to stop to grasp the concept of sunk cost and get the deadwood moved. I agree. Savva, the lightning this with you and Frankio is incredible. Yeah, he's got a better beard than me, though. He has got a better beard and a better tan. And he can't quite handle this heat, can you, mate? He can't handle it. And keeps looking up at his lead, wanting to go for a walk. But I can't take him for a walk. He'd die in this heat, wouldn't you, mate? So, yeah, that's Frank. That's Frank. Tottenham Till I Die has said Conte won't be here next season. So why are we even pulling out our hair? One thing I did say last night was fans like me get called negative for saying we're not going to win the league, right? And for saying that the window hasn't been wow. But we've got a manager that hasn't even signed a new contract. So surely the manager's got to sign a new contract before I get accused of anything. Richard Knight said, Savva, football is not the priority. At the new stadium, Levy has made it multi-events and entertainment venue. Yeah, of course. Of course. It's why I don't like the owners. It's not about football. You drive past there most days. What's there? It's not Spurs, is it? I'm sure if Spence was Conte's number one, we would have him by now. This I agree with. He can't be. He can't be. Otherwise, we would have him by now. I'll be buzzing to sell him. Bang average at both going forward and defence. Also has a stinking attitude. Wow. See, there we're seeing it. So interesting. Derek Smith has said Richarlison has played as a centre attacking midfield occasionally, not often, but he has done it. Yeah, I can't see that he's been bought for that, but look, all options. Paratici's job to get rid of Deadwood, not Levy. I'd take Oriana free over Spence. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. Aurier and his brain fart moments. I wouldn't go that far. Sorry, the dog is really struggling. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's too hot for them. Toxic headshot. It's been good minutes so far. Still much more to do. By the way, guys, I'm going to go to the 2-hour mark. So 18 more minutes. Get any questions you've got in. Middlesbrough demanding ridiculous clauses. Apparently, why it's taking so long, but who really knows? Oh, let's just move on. I mean, there's so many right wing backs across Europe. Do you want to be good? The only reason we want Spence is for homegrown quota. Sure, he is young and has potential, but that's the reason. I believe that Paratici is looking for a right wing back in Italy and holding off if we don't get one. Where are we? So many comments. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for the interaction. And I hope you enjoy the interaction. I often get told off for interacting and debating too much with people in the show, but I always make it clear to people that for me, I think this is what it's about, right? I think this is what it's about, getting everybody's views across, getting everybody's points read out. Troy Parrott not good enough at this level. I agree. Nowhere near. Yeah, I could skip the ad. Good. That's good to know because I can't control if they go in there, but you can control if you move them on. Tom, how do you know we're spending all that this window, Savva? I don't. I said even before this 150 million cash injection nonsense, I said I think we'll probably spend about 150 million and I think we'll claw 100 million back. Net of 50. I think we will spend net 50 million. Just my opinion. I forgot his name, but apparently we're looking at a right wing back from Leon. Can anyone shed any light on who that is? Toxic headshot, yes. Jed Spence is the most wanted player in world football. Now, this guy I like. Yes, Football Ferreira. Jonathan Klaus from Lens. A great season last year. Called up for France. Good market value. 1 year left. Yes. And if I'm not wrong, didn't he get quite... Someone can... I'll tell you what, I'll look it up right now. Let me look at Jonathan Klaus of Lens. Sorry, everyone. I just want to check this. Have a look. What did he do? Where are we? League 1. Looking at Lens. Squad. Jonathan Klaus. Okay, 5 goals and 11 assists. So we got 16 goal contributions. I would take him. From what I saw last year, I thought he looked good. But there's more clubs. Yeah, Football Ferreira, am I right in saying I've got a feeling he's in talks with Marseille? Have I made that up? Yeah, I would definitely take Stephen Carr, my lord, back over Spence. People are crazy when they think Hakimi will join. No way. Listen, why did we build the stadium? Why are you bringing in Conte? Why are we getting Champions League? Why not? Push the boat. Make a bid. Jones played against us for Borough in the FA Cup. He ripped us apart down the right-hand side. Yes, that game as well. Yeah. You need 90 points to get to second, and we're way off that. I believe that as well. You should see the players in Korea. Conte's putting them through it. Double session. Son almost died. Yeah, I think I love it to a degree. I think there's a shelf life on that, but it'll be great to start the season. Everyone's super fit. Come out of the blocks, smash Southampton 4-0, and on we go. Savva, give Levy and Conte a call and bring Jonathan Klaus in. Mate, I would love to. I would love to if they listen to me. Wayne Holland, thank you so much for the super sticker. It is much appreciated, as always, my friend. We are going to stream for another 14 minutes. Get any questions or comments in. You know I will try and get to them all. Paul Brown has said, R.E. Brian Hill, initially excited, appeared in offer that Gaza-esque excitement, once on a ball anticipation. Yeah, I mean, I think it was a lot of hot air about nothing with Brian Hill. Looks technically a good player, but has he got what it takes? Guys, 145 likes. Can I please, in the next 2 minutes, get 5 more likes and 5 more subscribers? That would take me to 260 and 150 likes. It's free. It's free. A view from the South Stand said, would take someone like James Justin over Jed Spence. Also can play both sides. Yes, Marlon. Yes. Yes. And English, right? Yes. I feel like this Spence signing stinks to me of cheap cutting corners, just for me. Michaela said Troy Parrott wasn't leading any races. Some of them start running before everyone else. For me, I don't care who wins the running race. As a striker, I want to know if he can put the biscuit in the basket. You're allowed to keep that saying, by the way. You heard it here first. Do you think the moves Juve are making will get them back to the top? They're signing big names. I don't know. What I do know is the Italian league's getting better and better each year. I'll give it that. And I like to see that. I like to see leagues having their turn and getting better and better. But listen, could well do. I think they had a nightmare start, didn't they, last season? And then got better towards the end. They're going to have Vlahovic from the start of the season. Pogba's gone in there now. I think they've got Di Maria. They've already got a good squad. So we'll see. We're a striker short, said John Racher. Bergwijn sold. We were lightweight before Richarlison came. Yeah, I agree. Football Ferreira said Johnny be good, not signed. Premier League would easily attract him from Spurs. Ken 11 has said, Savva, you look like Messi and Henry Wright looks like Mark Noble. You should see us play. It's the true that way around as well. I play like Lionel Messi and Henry plays like Mark Noble. No, Paul Pablo, listen, I try. I want to get everyone involved. It's what I feel we're here to do. I hate it when I watch shows and people aren't involved and people's comments aren't read out. And look, whilst I get the more people that watch, it's tougher to do, but I still feel it's important to do, right? In Conte's system, the creativity comes from the wing backs, not through the middle. This is why a right wing back is so important. Bob, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. But if we're not going to get a proper right wing back, where's the creativity coming from? Kane Leg, again, as with the 179 super chat. Thank you very much, my friend. I will go live with Graham on Friday. This week, for anyone who cares, I'm live tomorrow night at 8:30 with Tappin, Tobes and Fuad. I've done loads of streams with Tobes before, not with Fuad, so I'm looking forward to that. Join us live tomorrow night on my channel. Wednesday, I'll do another Q&A. Thursday, I'll do another Q&A. Wednesday night, Henry and I, please help us out. Hook brothers up. We are going live with our first show called Savva Wright Live Tonight. This show will not be about Spurs. It will be about all of the Premier League and all of European football. So we will be expanding our knowledge and hoping to part some knowledge and getting some knowledge from you guys. So please come and join us, everybody. You are all more than welcome. We are 1 away from 150 likes. Come on. And we are 3 away from 1,260 subscribers. Conte wasn't impressed with Longley signing in the interview. Did you see? I haven't seen. I mean, do we know that for sure? Is that just hearsay? What are we saying here? Our stadium will bring in more revenue than any stadium in football, and that money will bring us top players. I have heard this for years and years and years. We'll see. I don't trust Daniel Levy 1 ounce. We're the 8th richest club in the world, and we're buying Jet Spence as our right wing back. We've got 1 loan, 2 free transfers, and 1 bloke who had 1 year left of his contract. You're not going to convince me about the owners. I'm sorry. And I don't think that Spence, mate, I don't want Spence. Mikal, I don't want Spence or Aurier. I was told the reason we built this stadium, the reason we got Conte, the reason we got Champions League was to go and buy top players, not Aurier and Spence. Derek Smith has said, just got an ad to upload the Man United app. From me, sorry, I didn't mean to. I don't control YouTube's ads, by the way. Yusna said, Aurier had a few brain fart moments, but that's blurred everyone's vision of him. He was great. Was he great 90% of the time? Not for me. He's not good enough either. Football Ferreira, I agree. The hottest hotspot is because of the algorithm knows you, like comedy. Brilliant. Aditya said, your pick of the 4, Tielemans, Fabian Ruiz, Savic, your individual views on Ruiz. I would definitely take him. I like him as a player. Of those 3, I would take Milenkovic, Savic out of all of them, if I'm honest. Cole Walker-Peters is better than Spence, but none of them is a top 6 player. Can't agree more. Absolutely. All of these people getting so excited for Conte and getting Champions League and then wanting Jed Spence, it just doesn't add up. It doesn't work. I'm going to go for 7.5 more minutes, people. Sergios, welcome to you. He still wants Maddison. I still want Maddison as well. My last question is, and everyone will agree with me, Spurs should get Savva as their director and Spurs would be winner at least 1 trophy a season. You wouldn't want me. Oh no. Can you imagine me working for Levy? I'd be sacked after a day. I'd have too many views for him. Richard has said, Savva, do you think Levy and Paratici do you think with Levy and Paratici in South Korea that any transfers will be done this week, or are they just for PR? Mate, I don't know. I would think that these days everything can be done over a video call, over the phone. I'm hoping it doesn't stop anything, but maybe it will. I'm just disappointed we didn't get in a centre-back and a right wing-back ready for pre-season, ready for the tour of Korea. But it is what it is. Paratici is well aware of all the players that are gettable for the positions we need. We don't know who he and his team are talking to. Of course we don't, Derek. But you know what? As fans, we're allowed to speculate. It's what we're allowed to do here. Tottenham side die. We haven't won the title since 61, so it's safe to assume we never will. But that's me always in hope. John Rager, Savva is savvy. Henry is right. So it's going to be Savva and Wright, not Savvy and Wright. And Wright as in his surname, W-R-I-G-H-T. So it's Savva and Wright live tonight, just so you know. And it will be Wednesday at 10 p.m. I think it'll be good to, I like talking about other football other than Spurs. Sometimes being a Spurs YouTuber, you just get so caught up in Tottenham that sometimes you forget to look at what's going on all around the rest of the league. Dumfries, Kyle, welcome to the stream. Splits opinion, this guy, doesn't he? I would take him. A lot of people don't think he can defend, but I would take him. Spence helps with homegrown, but that shouldn't be the barometer of a Champions League team, buying average players because they fit a quota. Go and get a better English player then and spend some more money. Josh has said, I'm shocked we haven't sorted the right wing back out already. So that was nearly words, wasn't it? I'm shocked we haven't sorted the right wing back out already before the tour, as that has been one of our most vulnerable positions for quite some years. Yep, since Walker went, I think we've been awful there. So I agree with you. What do I think of Max Aarons? Again, not good enough for me. Too lightweight, not pulled up any trees. Philip, hello, Philip. He said, Sav, are you concerned about our lack of pace at the back? Yes and no. I think clever defenders know where to be. I think players like Romero know where to be. I think if you then go and get another top centre half alongside them, that's what I'd get a player like Undercar. Athlete, quick, good on the ball, left-sided. Why are Royal and Sanchez still there? They're not good enough. Yeah, I'm. God knows. I mean, look, first of all, we need a squad, but I'm guessing Rome can't be built in a day. We can't do everything we want to do in one window. It's a shame because we wasted so many windows before this, but we are where we are. Guys and girls, look, I am going to end the show there. So first of all, let me just quickly, Savva, thoughts on Romero Longley, who can't jump higher than two dwarfs on a trampoline. Well, then you need to buy a centre half that can head, right? You need to get somebody in there. That's all I can say about that. But I like your analogy. Paul, you have come back just as I'm about to go off air. Paul, I need you to change one of my thumbnails. The thumbnail that says, if you're watching this, the thumbnail that says Savva's Wednesday Q&A, can you change it to Thursday Q&A? Pretty please. And could you, I'll WhatsApp you, Paul. Listen, thank you so much, everyone. It's been really good. I hope you've enjoyed it. I think it's really good therapy to talk Spurs. I think I really like the following that we've got on this channel now. We've managed to get 152 likes. We've raised £24 today for the British Heart Foundation. You've helped me get my subscribers up to 1,255. Please keep clicking on the like button after the show. Please subscribe. Please like and share. Let all your friends know on Insta. Follow me on Instagram. I don't have any other requests other than that. Much love. See you soon. Take care. Bye, everyone.